humbling. I'm very proud to be recognized with these accomplished athletes in this great school. First, thanks to Chancellor Motley, Charlie Titus, and his staff who've been great, the Hall of Fame committee, and congratulations to the other Hall of Fame inductees today and in the past. I'd like to give special thanks to Frank McCarthy, Dick Kelly, and Bob Reardon for keeping the Boston State legacy alive. We also thank my Boston State teammates. Running's an individual activity, but without a strong coach and team, success is not possible. I also want to thank my mother, my family, and friends who supported me over the years and the many miles. There are three people who I'd like to whom I'm very grateful. Without their help, I wouldn't be here today. First, Sharon, my wife of 31 years, best friend for 40 years. Without her support, I definitely would not have graduated from Boston State. Nor would we have, without her support, enjoyed the many years of success with our great kids and experiences all over the world. Her memories of Boston State may be a little bit different. Freezing at Franklin Park on a Saturday afternoon, or pushing my Volkswagen down Huntington Ave to jumpstart it when we had no money for a starter. Or when Coach Squires had asked, "Does Sharon type?" "Yes." "Could she type a few notes from my book?" Of course she agreed. And he showed up at the next workout with a shoebox full of old napkins, old envelopes, beer coasters with workouts on them. And she dutifully typed them, always helping, and always providing stability for our success. So thank you. Second, Bill Squires, coach, friend of over 40 years, 80 years young next month, still running 4 and 5 miles a day. Coach is with us here. Thanks, Coach. Our relationship was a little rocky. I had a decent cross-country season, and Coach said it's time to run indoor track. I said I'd play basketball in the winter. He said we'll see about that. I tried out for the Boston State hoop team and was cut by Coach and Celtics legend Jim Lesketoff. So I came back to Squires, and he laughed. He said, "You like to run and you like to jump. I have a race for you. It's called the steeplechase." I've never heard of the steeplechase, but 4 years later, together, we had a national championship. As a final irony, Lusky told me years later that I would have made the team, but Squires told me to cut you. Coach Squires was right. You needed to be committed to the team, focused on aggressive yet attainable goals. He taught me how to train and race smart. He was innovative and unconventional, all lessons which served me well in business. Above all, he gave us the confidence to compete against anyone. The third person I'd like to thank is my father, or as Coach Squires nicknamed him, Smokey, for his omnipresent cigar. A great baseball player, state champion from Somerville, who, like many of his era, had his career sidetracked by war. My father was not too happy when I switched from running from baseball in a promising high school career. He later became a very huge track figure. My father was the first to really understand Squires and the value of his guidance. My dream was to run at Villanova like every miler of the day, but I was too slow. I told Coach Squires my aspiration was to run at Villanova. He said, "Fine, you run 4:09 and I'll make it happen." We put a plan together, and as a freshman I ran 4 minutes and 9 seconds. When I told my father it was possible to go to Villanova, he said, "Why change? This guy, Squires, did what he said. He gave you an opportunity, and you had remarkable improvement." So I stayed at Boston State. It was the best advice and the right decision. Let me direct my closing comments to the student athletes and coaches of UMass Boston. Never underestimate the value of this UMass Boston experience. Over 30 years ago, I started working for a small running shoe company in Beaverton, Oregon. Just a bunch of people with a passion for running and a drive to be the best. As part of that team, we built Nike into the leading global sports brand. I drew on lessons learned at Boston State. I'll forever be grateful. So never underestimate the value of the UMass Boston experience. Thank you.